Welcome back, friends, to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. I'm excited to hang out with you here today, opening these Spider-Man Marvel Legends. Look how great these are gonna look. Isn't that awesome? I'll take a picture right here, actually, already right now. And so here's Anti-Venom, and we have just this whole awesome set of great Marvel Legends figures. And so what I want to say is, guys, please subscribe to our channel. If you have not subscribed to our channel already, it's free. Click on the little bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notifications every time we have a new video out. And this time I want to let you know that if you're new to our channel, or if you don't really visit our channel page too often, I'm going to invite you to come to our channel page so you can see all these great other videos we've made the past couple weeks. We've got tons of great other Marvel Legends sets. We've got Spider-Man Homecoming on there, Infinity War, you name it. We got some great ones. So I'd encourage you to go back there and check them out. We got Jurassic World, which comes out today, actually. Got great Legos and all sorts of other things. So guys, please visit our channel page when you're done with this one so you can see some of the other great videos you have there, that we have there for you to see. So why don't we go ahead and get started, guys? And so comment here where you're watching in the world, what you like, which one's your favorite character, and let's get started, guys. So welcome again. So why don't we get started right now? Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Today I'm unbelievably excited to bring you this Spider-Man Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure collection for Marvel Legends. This is by Hasbro, and these look just so incredibly amazing. This set comes with Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Spider-Man 2099. It has Spider-Girl and Spider-Woman and Daredevil. And then, of course, all of these come together to build this version of Hobgoblin. And then today, we are also going to have, if I can find him, this extra Marvel Legends that is Venom from a different Spider-Man series. This is from the Absorbing Man one, but I figured we'd open them today so we can have another villain and not just our Anti-Venom. Wouldn't that be awesome? So we're going to open him last. But, yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get started. So we are on a little bit of a time crunch this morning, so I'm going to try and get through these just a little bit faster than we normally do. I know it may not be tons faster because we definitely want to take just enough time to look at all these different great things that are in here. So guys, why don't we go ahead and get started? Alright, first off, we have Spider-Man here. Let's take a quick look to see how awesome this is. And this is like our dream figure because it comes with a fully articulating Marvel Legend. It comes with a head you can swap out for, so that's always a premium feature. And then 2 additional sets of hands and a different accessory. So 6 accessories and their swappable heads and hands. That's awesome. That's what we look for, like in every Marvel Legends. And unfortunately, there's gonna be multiple figures that we have even in this set. For example, Spider-Woman here, who has no additional accessories. No hands, no head, nothing. So that's always a big disappointment, unfortunately. But since we're starting with Spider-Man, I'm excited about this one. And let's read the back real quick. So this says, Spider-Man, a radioactive spider bite made Peter Parker a superhero. But he still gets hungry. Yeah, I can see that he's got pizza right here. And obviously that was the most important thing for them to talk about on the back. So let's get him out. Ooh. Normally these just slide. Ooh. What's going on here? There we go. Awesome. Let's get our Peter Parker out of here. And wow, look how great he looks. Looks just like the comic, doesn't he? Oh, and he's even got for a peg right here, we can hold him up. That's awesome. So let's take a look at our Hobgoblin leg. This is cool. Oops. Make sure we stay in focus here. Got a nice little paint job to it. And good little bend right here. I guess. Let's see how far back. You know, bend's pretty far back. So we'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Set it aside for now. Let's get our Spider-Man on out of here. Okay, good. Look, we have great head articulation, which is important with Spider-Man because he's going to be in a whole bunch of bent and twisted poses. So his head can go almost all the way back. Look how great that is. And let's see how far down. And almost all the way down. Look how great that looks. This is outstanding. This is very important when it comes for Spider-Man. I wish we could do this with most characters, but especially it's important for Spider-Man. Alright, so we have that extra articulating joint right here. You see that little extra piece right here? So that way the arms can go further back and further forward. That's very important when it comes to Spider-Man. So that's super exciting. I hope more characters in this series right here, as we open them, have it, because we definitely need to be able to be like shooting webs off across each other and so on. So that looks super cool. Look at that. So okay, that looks great. And wow, I can't say enough about the fact that these arms open up like that. So look at this great detail on this Spider-Man emblem. Great detail on this Spider-Man emblem right here. So that looks awesome. And let's take a look at the legs. Alright, great. He moves at the hips, crunches at the abs. That's so super important for especially Spider-Man. And double joints in the legs. So of course, let's see if I can get it to... Yes, we can definitely have these great poses right here. Where it's like free falling. Look at this. You can have him coming down. And then let's take a look at the ankles. Make sure they go side to side and back and forth. Great. Awesome. Because that's going to be able to say whether or not we can pose him in weird things like that. See? So, great job on this Spider-Man. Let's just set him aside for a second. If I can get his arm to come down. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at these accessories. We have him where he's partially unmasked. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Looks great. I don't know if I want to swap that out like to have as a head going on, but it's definitely cool for maybe a couple of like shoots where we're gonna have him posed, but I'd rather have this mask on or completely unmasked. Let's take a look at his little pizza snack here. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Melting cheese on the side. Let's take a look at these hands. So of course, he already comes with one where he's already pressing his web shooter. So he has the matching one. This one's just an open hand. So we have the matching one right here. And we have two fists, which that will definitely look cool. So let's get him in a quick pose real quick. Alright guys, and here we go. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this quick pose right here I was able to get. It has him kind of jumping, leaping off to fire his web right here. And so that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to set him aside right over here. Cool. We'll just set him aside for now. And let's continue on so we can get through everyone. Okay, next we have Anti-Venom. Look how great this looks from the outside of this package. So let's take a look at the back. And it says, Anti-Venom. This symbiote can bring pain or heal disease. And all of that power is under Eddie Brock's control. So this was a character that he became kind of after Venom was already separated like several different times. Oops. Sorry, my alarm went off. Alright, and so after he had been healed and by character Lee, and then this ended up happening. So it was really cool and had all these great powers and ended up curing him, but super looking cool action character. So let's get him open. Alright, cool. Oops, let's take a look to see what he looks like. Now, this one did not come with any accessories either. And we talked about that. I would have preferred him to at least a head to swap out. You know how I feel about that. So that's unfortunate, but anyway, look how great this character looks right here. So we might have to dim the lights so that he's not overexposed since he's all white. Here's the other leg, looks good. Set that aside. Great. So Anti-Venom. Let's he's got some like spike action going on here, right? His head's a little bit spiky. He's got the really cool like blackface articulation right here, that with like orange color right here. His eyes, they look really awesome. Look how his eyes kind of come out to like this, and the way that he's got like his teeth and all that kind of going into how his face is made. It's really cool. I love the black detail right here because it just on the white, it just has this great contrast that just pops out. I love that he crunches at the abs and moves at the waist. So definitely got that right. Hasbro on these Marvel Legends. His hand does articulate back and forth. Look at that. And he looks super buff. I love the fact that his claws are so big. And so these look outstanding. Look at that. Let's take a picture of this. Great. And so, you know, it moves over here, gets good ankle and foot articulation, and moves right here also. So this figure looks great to be like, if we have him chasing out. Head goes back pretty far and down pretty good. And so let's have him like coming out like this. Wouldn't that be awesome? Great. Let's get him posed. All right, awesome. And I'm pretty satisfied with this crouching pose right here, where he's like about to just take off and fire off from this crouching position. So look at this great spider on the back. This looks awesome. Let's set him up right over here. Awesome. And hopefully he stays balanced in here. Okay, awesome guys. So have him set right there. Next we have Spider-Man 2099. Look how great this looks. Can't wait to get him open. He looks like he also does not have any accessories. Oh, well, I guess he might. He has a little tiny little web things, but I'm not a big fan of those anyway. They fall off real easily. Alright, so Spider-Man 2099. With ninja-like stealth, Miguel O'Shea fights against a dark future in the year 2099. So, looks like he's going to be super cool with his paint job. Let's get him open. Oop, started shaking the camera. Let's get him right out of here. And so let me just say, these pieces over here for the Hobgoblin look incredible. Let's get that out right here. Look at this sword. Wow, it's like a big fire sword. Doesn't that look incredible? Look at that. Awesome. Alright, set that aside for now. Look at the arm. So obviously it's going to be pretty consistent in size to our regular Marvel Legends. Cool. And the wrist goes back and forth. That's awesome. Set that aside too. Alright, so let's take a look at our Spider-Man 2099. Oh, okay, cool. Well, this is very different. I thought it was going to be attached to the sides like the other ones, and that usually comes out pretty easily. But, and it actually slides out of this pretty readily. But, alright. Head goes back. Perfect. Just about as much as we need it to. Comes forward just about as much as we need it to. So we got great head articulation here. We have the extra joint so the arm comes back and forth. That's awesome. Oop, that looks kind of weird. The head's a little bit looser than I would have liked. Right here, we only have these claw hands, which I would have preferred maybe one be a different pose, whether it's fist, whether it's open, whether it's shooting, something other than just two arms wide open. So in any event, at least they're not two fists. And so we have him crunching at the abs, we have him turning at the waist, so we couldn't ask for anything more than that. And then of course we got great articulation here. And look at that, the leg comes all the way back, and then the ankle does go side to side and back and forth. So he looks great. We need to get him in an awesome pose. Now, like I said, He does have this blue, almost metallic paint job. It's almost shiny, and this really cool red paint. Look at that spider design. And so, but would have been nice to have an accessory other than this like web cape. Whether it's hands, swappable head, something. So let's get them all posed. Alright, and here we go. Still trying to get this stand to cooperate. But in any event, we'll have that one good enough for now. And we'll set them right over here next to our Anti-Venom. Alright, and we'll see who we have next. We have Spider-Girl. And she looks super cool. No accessories, I'm afraid, again. And this one's going to be a female character, so she's not going to articulate at the hip. And she's not going to ab crunch. So we have a couple of downsides already. But it does come with a Hobgoblin head. And then his strapped on wings here. So let's get him open. Oh, read the back. So, Warriors of the Web. These heroines trap evildoers with web-slinging superpowers. Look how great both of them look on here. So I am definitely hopeful that these are great articulating figures that look just as awesome as they do in the back. So, take a look at this. Wow. How do we get this out of here? Interesting. Okay, so there's an extra piece here. So we should be able to slide this out, hopefully, depending on... No. I don't know how we're supposed to get this out. This is kind of weird and interesting. How'd they even get it in there? But this is just one piece, right? Wow. I don't know, friends. I think I'm just gonna have to cut it. Give me a second. Alright, so that's what I ended up doing after all. I did end up just cutting the slit just a little bit wider. Got that out, so this looks really cool. Look at this. So, that's awesome. So, set that aside for now. Look at this Hobgoblin head. Wow, doesn't that look crazy? Pretty spectacular. And look, the head is loose in there, even though it's not meant to come out. So set that aside. Let's take a look at our Spider-Girl. So, looks like we got good head detail. The head doesn't move back. I guess it does. Great! It does move back pretty good. Look at that. I was afraid it didn't. And down really well. Wow, extra far down. Cool. So we don't have that extra articulating joint right here at the shoulder. So that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. Looks like the arm isn't going straight. So they only come that far in. So we can't crisscross the arms the way we can on Peter Parker. Let's see, the arms only come this far in because we only have a single joint on the elbow. So let's see, why is this popping out like this? So if you notice, I'm pretty well rounded right here at the elbow, but on this one I have like it popping out. So let me see if I can't finesse it a little. No, and I don't want to break it. So right now on this video, I'm probably not going to bend this arm in or out, seeing as how I don't want it to break off. See? I supported it and luckily didn't crack it off, but you heard that loud snap. So anyway, let's see. I'm not a fan of how difficult this is being. Look at that. Alright, so I guess that's as far in as far out because the bone is sticking out that we can have it. And then of course this one we can do that. So we don't have amazing arm articulation, but we do have some. Alright, so the wrist looks like it does move back and forward and around, so at least that's a plus. We only have the same sets of hands it came with, but at least they're both shooting webs, so we can at least have her like that, right? Cool. And so look at the spider emblem right here. That looks super cool. I would prefer it moved at the waist and not at the ribs, because then look, it looks a little unnatural. But we already know how that works. So Looks like they also gave her like a dip for a belly button. And then the spider emblem on the back looks super awesome. But once again, since it moves at the ribs instead of at the hip, it looks a little awkward when you twist. Nonetheless, character looks good. Has a double joint at the knee, so that's really important. And can have her have really good leg articulation, luckily, and then really good ankle and foot articulation, so we can have good poses. It does swivel a little bit to the sides, so that looks great. Alright, cool. And I figured on this one we'd try and do something different. It's, you know, Spider-Man, Spider-Girl. Wouldn't it be cool if she was like climbing on the wall? Thing is, and that looks really awesome. The problem is I don't have a wall for her to climb and still display her, so we put her right back there. But I figured this would be cool, and then we can just pose her later like that, climbing on the wall. Look how great that looks, actually. So I'll just put her like this. This is something really awesome. She's shooting her web right there, and that looks cool. Awesome. Next we have Spider-Woman. Look how awesome this one looks. Again, just like our previous figure, does not have any accessories, and it comes with the torso and chest of Hobgoblin. Once again, this one says, these heroines trap evildoers with web-slinging superpowers. So look how cool it looks with the flowing hair, but the hair is always going to be flowing in that direction because it's permanently molded that way. So look how great this looks right off the bat. Take out our Hobgoblin and Spider-Woman pieces and set this aside. And so let's take a look at this Hobgoblin piece. Very good. Crunches at the abs. Weird that it clicks, but still, at least it looks like it's gonna hold in place. And I guess this is kind of like a loose close on the chest because it's a little droopy looking. Let's see, this looks like it might fit the... Cool. This is our old Marvel Legends stand from when it used to be a different toy maker. So that's kind of cool. We'll set that aside and take a look at our Spider-Woman. So once again, the shoulders only articulate so much and the arms can only come so forward with a single joint here. You know, it looks cool. We do have two different hands, so obviously we have two different poses. I'm having the same problem with a stiff arm on this one. So this one isn't going in or out. So I have more of like a 45-degree angle. Alright, so the wrist does spin. It does go back and forth, so that's cool. This this arm isn't going in or out either, look. So this is... I don't appreciate the fact that it's giving me such a hard time. Ugh, and I'm always concerned I'm gonna break it. So this hand does twist, move back and forth. Let's see. Now, because of the way the legs are constructed, they go pretty far in and out, but they don't go very far up is the problem. So we can't get too much of a better pose going up than what we're showing you right now. So it only goes that high. So that's not great because I'd like the legs to at least come to here. It's Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. So I don't like that it moves at the ribs. I gotta kind of live with that. Than it would be at the hips. Belly button. So this articulates here by moving at the shin. It's a good thing that we do have double joints, so we can at least do that part, that much right there. So that looks cool. You can definitely get a Spider-Man type pose like this. Apologize. Totally, we were on time crunch. Alarm keeps going off. So then there we go. I'd like to pose where the feet are together, as opposed to, you know, just like that. But it looks like we can't get the legs out and up far enough to be able to do that traditional Spider-Man pose where they're kind of like this. I mean, this is close, but it's not exact how we want it. So I'm sure that we can still get a really cool pose like this. Have her kind of shooting that off in the air. Look at that. So that still looks great. We can straighten this leg out. So that looks awesome. I'm sure you will agree. But looks kind of more like she's doing a layup than shooting web. But I definitely think it looks cool. If I can get her arm straight without cracking it off, that'll help just a tad. A smidge. There we go. Alright, let's put her back on here. So that definitely looks tons better. Look at that. Cool. Let's set her aside for now. Let's get Spider Girl up on there. Cool. One in this set is Daredevil. Look how great Daredevil looks. I'm really digging the way he is right in here. And let's take a look at the back. And it says, Daredevil. Without sight, but also without fear. When Daredevil senses evil, there's nowhere to hide. And he does come with this. It's much like the baton that we've already reviewed for Black Widow for the Infinity War series, which was really awesome. So it's basically just the same mold. And let's get this out. Looks like we have a little flaming pumpkin right in there. Cool. For a Hobgoblin. Alright, let's see. Let's get this bad boy on out of here. Ooh. There we go. Let's get our Hobgoblin arm. Focus. There we go. Cool. Set that aside. Let's take a look. Where's this tape coming from? There we go. Set that aside over there. Let's get our figure out of here. Well, first, look at this super cool little like flaming pumpkin right here. Wow, and it does have a little pumpkin face on the mold, so that looks great. Look at that, it's like smiling. Very sinister-like. Get our little batons out of here. Wow, they're a lot flimsier than I would have liked. Look, they're like really soft rubber, like super flimsy. That's kind of weird. Why not just hard plastic? Let's get our Daredevil out of here. Alright, and look how outstanding he looks. He's got his double D symbol right here. He's got, let's zoom into his face right here. So this looks really great. Little horns right here. Mask. That looks awesome. See how far back his head goes? Pretty decent. Really far down. And then he's got two open hands. So he can hold those. Now, it would have been nice to come with additional accessories besides just those. Perhaps hands. Perhaps swappable head, whatever, but you know, be happy with that. Looks like got a little stiffness. We do crunch at the abs, we do move at the waist. That's awesome. So that, look at that. And then of course, full leg articulation with the double joints, with the ankles and the feet, and we have this nice little bag on the leg, little carrier. If I can get it to move, because it looks like it's not permanently affixed. Move it higher on the leg. There we go. Let's bring this piece higher on the leg. There we go. Awesome. Which it looks like we can just slide these bad boys in there. Both of them. Cool. Look at that. That looks super cool. And then my shoulders aren't cooperating with me here. They're rotating, but they're not going forward and back. And this arm is, look, it's a lot weaker than it normally is. This, I'm not digging that. So this feels like it's really soft on both of the arms. Look at that. It doesn't normally flimse that easily. Look. So I'm having a lot of problems with my Daredevil figure. Just moving the shoulders down and in. That's not good. So I'm not going to test that right now. Obviously his elbows move really good. Let's put one of these in his hands. Let me zoom out real quick. It's a pretty good fit since it's a little tight in there. This is cool. I'll have that just out right here. Let's do this too. And we can have it, we can just kind of straighten it out right here. Boom. So this will work really good. And if we can get him to stand on this pose, I'm going to be pretty content with this pose right here. Put his leg out. Let's get him to stand. Bring his foot down. and have him about to jump into the night. So this is gonna look pretty decent right here. Cool. Way to go, Daredevil. Way to go, Hasbro, with the good Daredevil figure. Now, once again, let's not forget the fact that I haven't been able to pose him very good on the shoulders, so that's been definitely a minus. Everything else looks pretty much like a plus. So this looks great. Let's set him aside right over here. Let's bring him here-ish. That looks kind of cool. Look at that. Alright, awesome. So, before we do our Build-A-Figure, now let's go ahead and do our Build-A-Figure now. I was going to say let's do Venom, but let's go ahead and do our Build-A-Figure now. It's going to be Hobgoblin. Let's put this here, this here. We have this for arms, sword. Man, we got a lot of great pieces here. So this one definitely has accessories. Make sure we have the correct legs, the correct spots. That there, this here. And so, yeah. Let's get this built. What do you say? Always start with a head, because then it really starts to take shape. It's going to be a little more difficult than I thought, because it's got to push way in there. There we go. Looks like we got the head there. Let's pop the arms right into place. There we are. That looks great so far. Just twist on these legs. Looks pretty moderately tall so far. Looks really good. Alright, let's see how we strap these bad boys on. I guess we can just do this. Looks like it's going to be difficult though to put both on. How are we going to do that? I guess we put the arms, rotate them back. Maybe? Bend the arm? Then put it on? Okay. So it's a slightly a puzzle to figure it out. There we are. There we go. Okay. Took a whole minute, but whatever. And since it's a little bit crooked, no, we're good enough. Okay, awesome. Let's get this sword right here. It's ridiculously awesome. Nope, doesn't go in that hand because that hand doesn't close enough. Look at this. This looks ridiculous. And I guess we can have this like this so we can hold this. Oops. There's not really... There we are. Look how outstanding that looks. So that looks really cool. Oops. Let's see if we can't get him to stand on his own. There we are. I don't know where we're going to put him. That's alright, it's the least of our concerns. Let's just stand our Hobgoblin and be able to admire how cool he looks. Come on, we gotta stand somewhere. Let's put him right here. Awesome, look how cool that looks. See if I can get the pumpkin I lost because it ran away. Very cool, and let's see if I can get it to stay in his hand. Ah, whatever. That looks great. Awesome. Last but not least, I promised you that I'd open this Venom, even though it's from the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure, because we definitely would love to have this Venom as another villain, even though we already have this, just for fun. So let's get him open. And right here, and this is from the newer Marvel Legends series, you see we have a whole new emblem right here. So this says, a sinister symbiote. Venom mimics the powers of Spider-Man and plots to take down the web-slinging hero once and for all. So this looks awesome. And he does come with accessories. So let's applaud the effort there. This one does come with 2 different swappable heads for the Absorbing Man. We'll leave them in here for now, but I'll zoom in so you can get a look. Definitely some killer looking heads right there. We have 2 fist hands right here for Venom, so you can shoot his web out. And then we have a swappable head and Venom. So isn't that awesome? This is definitely, we go into premium status when we talk about accessories for this figure. So that I'm super excited about. Look at that. So this head actually looks kind of cheerful and happy. I guess it's because of the smile and how clean the teeth look and how the eyes look very optimistic. And look, even when I tilt his head, he looks like he's daydreaming. So we need to pop that head off right away. He looks a bit too happy. And let's put this really sinister head on. Oh, if I can twist it in there without this neck fighting me. There we go. Ugh, it wouldn't work. Give me a second. There we are. I got it to snap. So it's very similar head, but look at that. It's definitely got some anger wrinkles right here. The eyes are only slightly different, but this, you know, gooey, slimy tongue definitely makes him more Venom. And look, that looks tons more sinister. And we have these absolutely like claw hands. This looks great. There we are. Let's have him really wanting to do some damage here. He crunches at the abs. Great. Moves at the waist. This awesome Venom suit Spider-Man emblems right here. That looks great. Great leg articulation. His leg comes much higher than the female characters. Awesome job articulating and bending here. It definitely looks big and beefy and bulky because Venom is supposed to look super like big and kind of intimidating. So let's get him with a really cool standing pose. And maybe even like coming at you just like we did before, where he'd be like climbing on a wall. And so if he was climbing on the wall, look how awesome. Look how great that would look. Let's bring his head up here. So yeah, that looks awesome. And I'm gonna come down closer so you can see how awesome it looks. Look at that. Look how great this Venom looks. And look how great that Spider-Girl looks. So, wow, doesn't this look amazing? Guys, I had such an amazing time with you here today. Look at how great our figures look. This is how they looked all opened and posed. Just want to reflect for a moment because wow, this looks great. And so, guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. Please subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Click on the like button. Let us know what you think, where you're watching from in the world, and what you'd like to see next. So guys, thanks again for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. And don't forget to check out some of these awesome videos that we still have. Click back to our channel page and see, if you love Marvel Legends, we have so many other sets of Build-A-Figures that we've done in the past. So click on those. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.